What's up? How you guys doing? It's ABX Wonder with my nigga Elijah. Say what's up.
Yo,
Know what I'm saying?
how you doing?
Coach Kalani is she getting knocking? Um Shit like that. This could probably be easier. Bro, do you have Discord?
Yeah, but my internet connection isn't that good. My data is way better.
Okay, I see, I see. I wanted to let you guys know. I'm like extremely tired, guys. Not even gonna lie. I don't know. I feel like you get more tired when you like just wake up or like something out of a nap or some shit. You
Mm-hmm.
be extra tired. I mean, granted, I haven't slept, but still, that is fact. Fuck. Bowen.
Yo, so today
Bro.
James and I were talking about we were talking about just the old world, lost civilization, and just kind of how we're currently living on top of uh, highly on top of a highly advanced civilization that predates uh I would say the 1800s. Um, History is it's a very integral part of one's identity, I think, and at times one's sense of self, especially when um, especially when you know one is indoctrinated into civilization with through the use of history, and specifically the use of history by countries who you know win wars, because whoever the victors are the people who write the history. So a lot of the times you don't really get the facts, and oftentimes things are also lost in translation. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, all of the history that we're taught in school about, Britain and the United States and the Pilgrims and um, the Native Americans, not necessarily the Native Americans as them. I'm saying, of course, the Native Americans did exist on this continent before the Europeans. Um, they did exist. However, I think they lived harmoniously and were actually an integral part of this ancient civilization that was highly advanced and worldwide, and had this beautiful architecture, this way of building that was not only very beautiful but also very functional and practical, and kind of like technological engineering marvels, because I mean, these buildings not only were extremely durable and tall and just kind of like fortresses, but they were also siphons for energy to then be recycled and reused and transported around this grid, essentially a free energy grid, a wireless electromagnetic free energy grid, and these buildings were used as monoliths of sorts to freely distribute this energy around across the entire planet. So I think this narrative that we've been fed about, having primitive, like a very primitive history as a people, not only in the United States, but the world as an entire whole, is very false. And I'm not exactly sure what is taught in other countries. Who knows? There might actually be some, kind of accounts with this, but I know that at least in the United States, a lot of what is taught about foreign countries. I mean, the United States is always made out to be as more advanced, more technologically advanced, and generally more civilized. But yeah, I think a lot of this history is fabricated. The short history of the United States in relation to the rest of the world, and maybe in some other countries as well, it may be fabricated, because what we do know is that somewhere before the 1800s, Tartaria, the civilization that I'm speaking about, is kind of erased from the maps. So Tartaria, the original territory of Tartaria, becomes Russia, and then that happens actually in like the 1600s. They just replace the name Tartaria with Russia. But you see, the territory of Tartaria, of Tartary itself, was not, ginormous. It was relatively big, but the Tartarian Empire's influence and relationship with the rest of the world was very deep and positive. So in a way, the entire world was kind of united, even though, different lands had different names. But I believe that everybody was kind of united under kind of one civilization, one world, one grid. And we're not exactly sure what caused the fall, the great reset of this empire.
They said it was like a giant flood or a mudslide, supposedly.
Yeah, you got the mud flood. I recently found out about melting, like an electromagnetic weapon that kind of like rains down from the sky that vibrates things so fast that they melt, like a electromagnetic pulse weapon of like enormous scale that just melts stone. That would melt these like seemingly almost indestructible stone buildings, or not necessarily indestructible, but I don't know. These buildings are just like, I mean, they're still around today. I don't know, St. Petersburg, Russia, even some places in Japan, like some of the foundations for castles in Japan are Tartarian. Also, in the United States as well, specifically in the capital, In Washington, D.C., there was quite a bit. Also in New York. So Tartarian architecture is essentially what we're taught to be in school. We're taught that Tartarian architecture is Roman architecture. So they just replaced, they said that the Romans were responsible for this sort of architecture. You'll see the white columns at the grand entrances with triangle roofs. And you see, that was a very Roman way of doing it. But Tartarians, they were a little more diverse in their way of building as well. You had like domes and needles at the top of buildings, and you had towers. It wasn't all just large, with like buildings with columns and stuff, but there was a lot of that. But you see, I'm kind of realizing that a lot of ancient, civilizations that we can, that are recorded in our current version, our current narrative of world history, were actually part of the Tartarian Empire. And so they essentially were either directly part of Tartaria, or, Tartaria had very deep relations with them. But you see this architecture all around the world, and this infrastructure. And specifically, like, Roman architecture. And but you see this kind of version, this type of architecture in many places besides Italy and Europe. There's in South America, there's plenty of it. In Peru specifically, there's like a lot. I mean, their entire circuit grids in Peru. Like, for example, I've personally been to Peru, and I've gone to Lima, Cusco, and Machu Picchu, and the main three, I guess, tourist attractions. But what's interesting is that, so Machu Picchu is in the form of a condor. I mean, the actual layout of the entire city of Machu Picchu, the roads and the blocks, the layout, the grid of the city is in the form of a condor, and like a bird. And it's an energy circuit that's connected with Cusco and then Lima. Cusco is in the form of a mountain lion, of a puma, and Lima is in the form of a snake. So you have the bird, the cat, and the snake. And they're all like ancient. They're essentially built. Well, Machu Picchu is not, it's preserved, but Lima and Cusco are built on top of these ruins of the old world. And they're just built on top of these circuits. You'll see a lot of this in military bases, military installations. If you pull up Google Earth and you just do some browsing, maybe in Nevada, Midwestern deserty areas where a lot of military bases are, you'll begin to see a lot of like, it looks like circuitry, but it's carved into the land. It's carved onto the face of the earth, and it looks like motherboard circuitry, like a almost like a bioelectric grid on the face of the earth. that this ancient civil that the Tartarians were utilizing to transport energy, or just to have certain to direct energy in large quantities in different ways to perform certain functions in enclosed spaces and locations. And then you also have the buildings, which served as energy siphons and almost like free energy generators. It's just on a very massive scale. And so, like, I guess that begs the question: if this civilization was so grand and so advanced, what led to their demise? What led to their destruction? Why are they not talked about today? Well, we know why they're not, taught. Why we're not taught about this kind of stuff today is because the current regime, the current powers that be, don't want you to know. They want you to believe their concocted narrative, because that preserves their rule, I guess. That preserves the paradigm that they've created. But as far as the actual cause of the destruction of the civilization, that's what I'm not totally. One can only speculate, and a lot of this is also speculation as well. It's none of this is like. I mean, yeah, no, none of this is proven fact with experiments. It's just kind of questioning, I guess, observing and questioning and then analyzing, fact-checking things, not believing just what you're told, and trusting the narrative of a civilization that's currently not for the people that live in it. It's kind of common sense, like, if the civilization that you live in, that you're currently existing in, does not, by nature, is not very how would you
I guess you could say they lack like awareness of their spirit. I mean, if I wanted to use one group of individuals from the past as an example that recently came to my awareness were the Aryan people. You know them?
Mm-hmm.
The Aryan people.
Yeah.
They're briefly described as like you know what I'm saying? Blonde hair, sharp blue eyes type shit. Yeah. It's interesting. I don't know that much about them. I'm letting you guys know that. I just learned about them. Haven't done a lick of research. But yeah, I feel like there's some type of significance. The Aryan people that I will figure out, of course. But yes.
Yeah, no, I think that. The Aryans. I mean, I think the word Aryan is actually like interpreted in. There are different beliefs surrounding that term, I guess. Because I think in our current, the current perception is, as you described, like Eastern European, blonde hair, blue eyed, people, but I think that I'm starting to wonder if that's just like, I'm starting to wonder where that term really comes from, and then how it was interpreted in, you know, our civilization. I'm sure it might have some, you know, Latin roots that may, you know, convey the description of blonde hair, blue eyed, but I honestly have to do some more research into that.
I mean, this is just what I heard from bruh. And I mean, and from what I hear from him, I mean, it just made me think of like on some Full Metal Alchemist shit, like the niggas that came over there, like they came over to the to like I think it was like the eastern side or whatever, to the Ashmolean people, and they were basically like, they were like blonde hair, blue eyes. That's what when he told me that, that's the first thing I thought about. And their whole goal was to just like basically start a war for sacrifice. Like they were literally starting wars for sacrifices. Like, I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. And like,
yeah, to their deity or their god, or.
But it was really like.
Oh, for alchemy, like alchemic sacrifices.
I mean, but what's the difference? I mean, we gotta, you know, you know what I'm saying? Connect the dots at some point. Like,
yeah, facts. Yeah, no. So they essentially started a war to use human lives as a resource for their ends, their purposes.
Yes, and they're basically, once they like kill off, like, you know what I'm saying?
Human souls is a better way to put it.
Yeah, and like a mass amount, like hundreds of thousands. Like, essentially, they create a new philosopher's stone, like, because of all their life force energies create like eternal life force. You get what I'm saying?
That's wild. But I do think that's the kind of shit that goes on today. But you see, they don't really got to start. You know, I mean, all the wars that they start nowadays, you know, it's all for entertainment purposes, to, you know, enthrall the viewer and keep you distracted. And I mean, they don't need to start, you know, real wars.
Not at all. They don't ever need to start wars, bro.
Yeah, no, everybody's already caught in this. That's what I was trying to say earlier. When you live in a civilization that's engineered by design to harvest your soul in some way, shape, or form, I think that you shouldn't really trust anything that the powers that are ruling that say, or, you know, what you're told. I think you should question all of it and try to find the truth. I think misinformation is a very powerful and highly utilized weapon. You know, psychological warfare. I think that in the combination with, you know, propaganda, it's like misinformation. So misinformation, lack of information, and propaganda. That's a potent concoction right there.
Yeah.
Do a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I've been watching a lot of John Levi. Like, a lot of the stuff that I'm saying and I've just said is like all based off of his videos. And, he's on YouTube. You know, You'll recognize his channel when you see it. He's quite a few subscribers, but man, he goes into a lot of different topics. Like the old world is, it's not just these buildings, these ancient buildings that are like feats of architecture that like we couldn't possibly accomplish today with the technology that we currently have. It's not just that. It's also like things to like the grid, the ancient grid, or the mountains and petrified rock trees. I was just telling James about this off the. I was telling James about this earlier. These humongous trees, Devil's Tower, out in Wyoming.
Devil's Tower in Wyoming.
Yeah, man. So I'm just gonna reiterate, but so it's this huge rock formation out in Wyoming, and it's just basically a tree trunk. It's basically a ginormous tree trunk. That's what it looks like. I mean, and if you're thinking about it in terms of rock, I guess you could say it's a ginormous. I mean, it's a tower. It's a wide, tall tower with a flat top, like a plateau. But if you get close, you'll see that the sides of it are not smooth, and they're not. The sides of it are not. The crystallization of that rock, you'll see on the sides of it does not resemble something mineral. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure crystals and minerals or crystals may be made out of minerals, but the mineral formations, the geometric, like, the molecular geometry of the minerals, if you're just looking at it, does not resemble a rock or a stone. It more resembles like a crystal, or better yet, a petrified organism.
A giant tree.
Yeah, a humongous petrified tree trunk, essentially. That's been like shaved down at the base. So like, imagine how tall this tree was. If this is just a trunk, like if you look up pictures of Devil's Tower, you'll see how tall it is. And if this is just the trunk, like you'll imagine how tall that tree is. And the geometry of the bark, of the petrified bark, is hexagonal, which is the underlying code of nature itself and self-formation and all living things, and even like water and weather patterns, cloud formations, tsunamis, typhoons, whirlpools, all of it. Everything that moves, all movement follows this sacred geometry. And even minerals do it as well, but it's not as I think it's more on a microscopic level in rocks, and it's not as well pronounced as it is in living organisms as it is in minerals. So the fact that the bark of the petrified bark of Devil's Tower is literally just like straight hexagon like columns that are just like fused together, kind of gives it away that it's actually a petrified tree trunk.
I mean, that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Like, and it reminds me of Avatar: Last Airbender, the giant tree they had in their swamp. You know what I'm saying? Hold up.
But there are other sites. There are other sites that have this kind of geometry that are like petrified tree systems. Petrified root systems or trunks. And they're all like this, and they all have the name Devil.
Huh.
Like all of these sites around the world all all have the name Devil, like Devil's this, Devil's that. There are a couple. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but it's like whoever's naming these is like trying to demonize these sites, kind of like demonize these remnants of the old world, essentially, to kind of like, I don't know, maybe scare people away from them, or kind of like have this sense of foreboding, just kind of like keeping people from really looking into it, or like really paying attention by kind of throwing this veil up of some type of demonic association with these, remnants. But yeah, no, like now that I'm looking at pictures of Devil's Tower right now, like, especially if you look like a picture that's far off, it literally looks like a tree trunk.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like a fucking tree stump, like, of this. Dude, imagine how tall that tree was. Like, this is the stump of that. That is insane, man. And I'm speculating that it was a humongous pine tree, just because, the surrounding area is a bunch of pine trees, so. Yeah, this is literally bark. I passed by Devil's Tower this past summer, driving through Wyoming, and I didn't really pay too much attention. I hadn't been exposed to the Tartarian, to the old world secrets or all the stuff that I'm getting into now, but that's amazing, man. Dude, it almost looks like, if we take it into the context of a tree, dude, it looks like it's like half missing, like it's been burned away. You see that? You see what I'm saying? Like how it's like, seems like it's almost half the width of a trunk, and like the other half is missing because, it's like round on one side, but on the other side it's like flat and like kind of hollowed out a little bit.
That's just crazy.
It looks like, how I was talking about that electromagnetic pulse, like, thing that melted stuff?
Yeah.
Like, what if that's what happened to the tree, and then all this stuff, is this, like, half of its trunk, really?
Damn.
Because if this area had been affected by the mud flood, like, we probably wouldn't even see, Devil's Tower probably wouldn't even be above the surface in this area. But it's just kind of like gives you like an idea of the scale of the old world. The sheer scale of everything in this time, this age long past. And then you also have, like, I was just listening to a video by John Levy, and he's speaking about, the top of Devil's Tower. Oh my gosh. If you look at a picture of the top of it, like the plateau area, there's no way. It's definitely a fucking tree, dude. You can see I was talking about the hexagonal pillars that run up the sides like bark, essentially? Yeah. You can see those patterns coming through at the top, like every single column of bark.
Some guy was stranded for days on top of it, apparently. He parachuted on top. What the fuck?
So I'm looking at somebody people rock climb this apparently too. And people climb it and
Crazy. People really like that rock climbing shit, bro. I'm about to get Scooby snacks.
Yeah, no, but wow. Yeah, man, no way that isn't a tree.
Can't get no good photo.
I think that what scientists will tell you about Devil's Tower is that it's dried magma.
Yeah.
It's magma from I don't know if there's a volcano. They say there's like a subterranean volcano under Devil's Tower that like erupted, and then the magma just like piled on top of itself until eventually it just covered the volcano entirely. But that kind of seems like bullshit, man. I don't think magma can form a tower, like can form upwards, you know?
Do you make a good point? Magma doesn't stack on top of each other like that. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I previously explained how magma, a volcano erupts and the magma, you know what I'm saying, lays on top of the water, and over an extended period of time it creates land, or like sand and other things of that nature, and stone and other things of that nature over an extended period of time. But like, it's outrageous to believe like it's gonna stack on top of each other, like the volcano's just gonna keep erupting.
Especially in just one location. Like, come on, bro.
Shit doesn't even make sense. I mean, when you really think about it, like if you really have common sense, which isn't common type shit, but like,
yeah, but also the Rocky Mountains. If you look at tectonic plate theory, with like mountain formation, states that Devil's Tower is a national monument, apparently.
Yeah.
National monument to the old worlds? Shit. So tectonic plate theory talks about how, you have your subterranean crusts in your plates, then there are multiple like layers of plates. Now these tectonic plates that get closer and closer to the center of the earth and all that stuff.
Say that again, bro. This loud ass bike just passed by, bro. I'm flying.
So tectonic plate theory talks about how there are a lot of, you have your subterranean under the crust of the earth. Or the crust might be a plate, I'm not totally sure, but essentially there are these plates on multiple layers of the earth under the ground that move and shift and push together and pull apart and all that good stuff. And that's what causes mountain formations, right? So if you look at a picture of the Rocky Mountains from a bird's eye view, from an above view, maybe from Google Earth or something like that.
Let's check it.
You will see that the mountain range almost looks akin to. It looks like a root system, like if you like an aspen tree. So aspen trees, their roots intermingle with one another, and aspen trees and bamboo are actually technically grass, I believe. because of the fact that they don't each like trunk does not have its own separate root system. Every single trunk. That's why there's that's why the aspen like there are aspen tree groves and bamboo tree groves. Or no, bamboo is actually considered a grass. I think aspen are actually trees, but they're essentially very similar organisms because their root systems are interconnected, and so even though it appears that they're separate trunks, it's actually one single organism because underneath all the root, it shares the same root system with all the other trunks. And so if you take a look at the Rocky Mountain Range from Google Earth, you'll see something that looks very similar to an aspen tree's root system. Just on a massive scale. And that makes me wonder, like, I don't think that these mountains formed from tectonic plates pushing together. If that were the case, if you think about it, tectonic plates can only push together at two different locations. So it's like putting your hands together. It's like having a piece of paper in between both of your hands and then scrunching the paper, and then you have folds in the paper, and those are your mountains, but it's like those are uniform. The mountains, if tectonic plate theory is true, then the mountains should be straight, uniform lines that it's like basically just ripples across the earth, like hills, but in a straight, uniform line. There should not be like what appears to be like the center of a system that branches out like a living organism. It shouldn't look like a root system, like something branching out.
Well, that's that comes with the understanding that you have to understand that the planet that we're on is a living organism. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's also true. But I even so, like, I don't think that. I think essentially, yeah, no, you're right. The planet is a living organism.
But hold up, I feel like the
But what
continents.
I'm trying to say that I don't think tectonic plate theory is responsible for mountain formation.
No, yeah, I don't think so at all. Yeah.
But no, like, the planet definitely is a living organism. I think that's a fact.
But check this. Now the continents and the islands and the countries, those are like individual, you know what I'm saying, like spirits, right? So have you ever seen The Life of Pi? Where like he was like stranded on that boat and like he got to that island and the whole island was alive and it was like the shape of a woman and it was actually like it appeared briefly and then it disappeared. Similar to the island on the Avatar: The Last Airbender with the lion.
The lion turtles, dude.
Also similar to Moana. The island, the whole island was alive. It was a woman. You know what I'm saying? It shows you then and again, again and again and again. So it's just like it's just a macro spirit. You know what I'm saying? And then every other, you know what I'm saying, individual that's in that space, that geographical location, resonates with that, you know what I'm saying, space. Or, you know what I'm saying, they need to be in that space to, you know what I'm saying, prompt and project a higher frequency and radiate it within that area. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. So if we think about mountain formation, dude, I think they're giant. They're remnants of giant roots. Of humongous root systems that spanned, these humongous trees whose root systems spanned across the continent. and then they somehow got chopped down, killed off, melted, burned, whatever. The remnants of them were petrified over time, over an extended period of time, and became rock.
Wow. That actually, like, that makes sense, bro. That makes sense. You got to think about it. Like, you also have to think, like, if you look at where most of the mountains and shit are, it's like it's like in the Midwest, like, you know what I'm saying, the West Coast type shit. Hold on, let me see. Look at Wyoming on the map. Cannot spell. And if you look, yeah, this is where this giant stump is, right? It's in Wyoming, right?
Yeah.
And then, should zoom out a little. Fuck, why do they keep doing that? Like, what the fuck? Zoom out a little bit. You see Colorado. Okay, Montana, Idaho, Utah. Utah is hella mountains. I've been to Salt Lake City. It's beautiful and it's mountains everywhere.
Have you been to Salt Lake City? That's dope. There's actually, dude,
All this is
this guy
mountains.
John Levy was talking about all these different places
This is
like
really
around Salt
cool.
Lake City that had like, like certain things, like certain remnants of the old world and all this shit. Columbia Plateau. Yeah, no, just imagine like a world in which or just like the west of this continent. I'm in the eastern area. I'm over in Georgia. But I'm just imagining like hundreds and maybe even thousands of years ago, these just humongous trees, these humongous like tree grove systems, like growing up out of the earth out in the west. Like a great wall of trees that just like reach up to the sky. Because like the mountains, as tall as they are literally just remnants of the above ground like roots and the stumps. It just kind of gives you like a kind of an idea.
Nah, yeah, the mountains are definitely a root system, you know what I'm saying, connected to a giant tree that once used to be, you know what I'm saying, before it was destroyed casually because they wanted to destroy the natural, you know what I'm saying, essence of this planet, you know what I'm saying, because it was a naturally high vibrational planet, a high frequency. You have to understand if everything is a living organism and this living organism is highly electrified because everything is about electricity, magnetism, attraction, and radiation, and expansion and contraction, and things of that nature. I think I missed
Yes.
one, but it doesn't really matter. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
everything's about that, and you have to understand that if trees, they say, oh yeah, they give us oxygen. Long story short, you know what I'm saying, they provide us with life force energy for us to sustain our life force energy.
Oh my gosh. Imagine the oxygen content in the air if like massive trees like this are just like there.
Exactly. Like if a tree that giant is there, would there even be pollution? You know what I'm saying? Even if they are doing all this crazy shit, which they probably wouldn't need to do it because electricity would be free because the vibration would be so. Energy is everywhere. Energy is air. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know what I'm saying? If you tap into like, nigga, if the whole like energy of the planet, I mean, overall frequency of the planet is like above 77.52. That's what they say the Schumann resonance is. Like if it's above that, you know what I'm saying? And if you really think about that, like that's if you kind of correlate it, and it just popped into my mind. I never thought of it like this. If you correlate like that frequency to like the pH scale, like you know what I'm saying, attune it to like acidity versus alkaline. 7 is like the just in the middle of like acidity, you know what I'm saying, and alkaline. Alkaline is essentially like a higher charge, a higher electric charge, you know what I'm saying. And then acidity, you know what I'm saying, there's no electric charge, that's why it's acidic, you know what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying, it reminds you of a vulture and shit like that. They're highly acidic beings, that's why they can, you know what I'm saying, digest decomposing flesh, you know what I'm saying. But
oh yeah.
But you really got to think about this shit. And even there's assets in your stomach. Why do you think you're capable of? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Eating all this shit. But there's the thing: when your aesthetic levels rise above, some people have acid reflux. When your acidic levels rise above your alkaline levels, and there's other side effects and things of that nature that will cause various health effects over a prolonged period of time if you're not knowing what's wrong with you because you have no awareness. But and you just go to a doctor that has no awareness, just a degree for no reason. But in any case, you really got to think about all these things when you don't know how to think about shit for yourself. So, I mean, I feel like life is all about creating a more sustainable way of living for yourself, like a more sustainable sense of independence. You know what I'm saying? Not
Yeah.
codependent. And I feel like that's 99% of the society is based upon codependency and not independence, and they're scared to be independent. You know what I'm saying? It's more follow the leader, not okay, let me take the first step and then figure the rest out. You know what I'm saying? No, it's let me watch him take the first step, and then let me see what happens in the next 10 steps, and then I'll decide what the fuck I want to do. Like, that's some weird shit, and you're probably just gonna do exactly what you just saw him do. But in any case, like,
Yeah.
that's my whole point, bro. Like,
Hell yeah.
imagine like it's above 7. You get what I'm saying? Because 7. So I'm looking at the Schumann resonance. They say the Schumann resonance is 7.5, 7.52. You know what I'm saying? Or 7.82 or some shit like that. I'm pretty sure I was right the first time. But in any case, it's around that number. And if you really think about that, that's right in the middle. So imagine if those giant trees were everywhere, you know what I'm saying? And there was other, you know what I'm saying, like living organisms. Because if those giant trees, you know what I'm saying, existed, there had to be plenty of other, like, you know what I'm saying, things in nature, you know what I'm saying, organisms that you probably never even heard of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, like, dude, like,
it's a magical ass
like,
world type shit.
like dragons and fucking giants and everything you
All types of shit.
see in fucking fantasy. Damn, bro.
I'm even talking about like new plants and different herbs and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, on some, that's like some wicked shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. There is evidence of fucking neoliths or the giants. They're like photographs of these giant mans. But anyways, especially out in Peru, neophytes. I think that's what they're called, neophytes.
We're talking about the Nephilim?
Niflheim, yeah. Niflheims, something like that.
Like, yeah, they were like giants created by like bastards of the gods and shit, they say, and shit like that. I believe giants. I'm a giant. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But like, I actually believe that there was a more sustainable shape and form. Like,
The demigod. No,
but like,
yeah, no.
imagine if the overall energy of, you know what I'm saying, the whole atmosphere is higher, you know what I'm saying, opposed to 7.52, it's like 11.7. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, our vibration would just be like, oh man.
Things are not as dense, you know what I'm saying? Things don't matter as much, and you can, like, you know what I'm saying, change your shape and form, you know what I'm saying? It's like easier, it's more immutable. You get what I'm saying? Like, you got to think about that and imagine you could just, like, you know what I'm saying, expand your shape and form to a fucking giant type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only way you can sustain your life force. You know what I'm saying? Because that's your natural state of being. But yeah, in any case, I'm just like.
No, dude, I completely agree. Like, oh my gosh. Like, imagine the possibilities if that much oxygen was in the atmosphere, like at all times.
Bro, the world would not be the same. People would not be all sad and shit. Like people, we dictate the weather. I don't think people understand that. It's based upon our state of beings, our, you know what I'm saying, thoughts and feelings. It's based upon our individual frequency vibrations and a collective stimulation of connection. Because we're all connected on a subconscious from a reality that, you know, breeds the conscious from a reality that we all perceive. You know what I'm saying? Which is just the physical world. But yeah, but there's various like geographical locations, which means there's various spaces and places, which means there's always like different events, you know, transpiring. But the energy that we're getting hit by is always the same.
All kind of stuff going on.
Yeah, but the energy is always the same. So it might be like different
Yeah.
circumstances, situations, but the energy is always the same. You know what I'm saying? You scale that by astrology, and you know what I'm saying? Actually learning how to, you know what I'm saying, read the energy.
That would be, but uh, man, like, yeah, no, it's definitely apparent that the powers that be wanted to. I mean, they're still trying to lower the vibration, like, still to this day.
Even with technology, but we
Like,
don't.
even they've already lowered it to
Yeah,
an extreme extent. Like,
dastardly.
like they already probably succeeded in their initial goals, and now they're just trying to see how far they can push it.
Like, imagine if, you know what I'm saying, the Adam and Eve story, the book of Genesis, and the most popular story in the Bible because niggas don't make it past the first story. But in any case, like, imagine in Adam and Eve, they're like referencing like these giant ass trees, right? And they're saying like basically like somebody, you know what I'm saying, betrayed the natural overall feeling of the collective. Like they had an idea that didn't resonate with how everyone felt.
Wow. Wait, and which book was this?
Bible. But I'm just
No, I mean which book of the Bible?
Nigga, like it matters. I mean, I have the 1611 King James version, and that's what I read, and it's in Old English. The Apocrypha is in there, and it's not in any other book. And like shit like that. But
Apocrypha?
Yeah, the Apocrypha.
What does that mean?
So imagine like the Bible is like a history book because it literally is. And basically, it's like telling you past, present, and future. It's like a full scale, like 360 perception of our realm of reality. And when you get to like, and everything's like in reverse. So when you're actually reading about the like the Armageddon and shit, when you get to the motherfucking goddamn
It's honestly like so. It's. I feel like it's like. Yeah, no, but continue.
When you get to I can't remember exactly what it's called. When you get to basically like the apocalyptic times, when like they say the return of Christ type shit happens, you know what I'm saying, and like shit is like reestablished, there's justice, and the scales are balanced and things of that nature. The Apocrypha is essentially like after like what happens to the whole Bible is like it's stories. You know what I'm saying? It's composed by like many individuals. You know what I'm saying? It's many individuals' perspective of one story, so you get the bigger picture. That's the whole point of it. And like I said, it's all scaling history. So it's telling you what to come. It's predicting the future, and then it's telling you what's happening now. This is why it's a timeless book, and then it's telling you what's happening in the past. And I'm telling you, the Apocrypha is telling you that's the future, and that's not in any regular Bible. That's in these days. So I tell you, if you want to read the Bible, waste your time doing that. Get the 1611 King James version. You might learn something. But in any case, and then. Like if you read like the New Testament, that's what it is. That's the present, and then you know what I'm saying. If you go to the Old Testament, that's the past type shit. And yeah, it really just gets that simple. Read it how you read it. You know what I'm saying. But yeah, it's all lostness. If you ask me, like, yeah. Wait. Why does it keep doing that? Why is it taking you off speaker? Say something?
Hello?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I said it's all lostness. I mean, there's truth in every lie, so you can always, like, learn something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's, like, too many people, like, Jai lost in the Bible type shit.
I mean, we know it's composed by the Vatican.
Exactly. As all, like, things and shit. Like, you know
But if you know how to, you know, like, interpret what they're trying to cover up, or I think there's some things in there that are just kind of like not trying to be, you know, covered or, yeah, it's
But imagine,
I mean, the
like,
Bible is the most interpreted book in the history of. I mean, in our history, you know?
Yeah, in, like, the age of Pisces, because that's, like, the last 2,000, like, 500 years type shit, like, 2,000 years, whatever. But yeah, give or take. I mean, now we're in the age of Aquarius. We entered the age of Aquarius in 2001. We all know what happened then. But in any case, none of that matters. But
In 2001, you said?
yeah, actually, it's shit crazy. But
Dude, what about? Yeah, no. I was listening to a podcast the other day, or yesterday actually. And this guy was talking about how the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn should actually be the Tropic of Gemini and Sagittarius.
wait, you said what?
That the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn should actually, like, now we're in the current age we're in, they should actually be the Tropic of Gemini and Sagittarius.
Yeah. I mean, you said what was the first two you said? Gemini and Cancer.
Yeah.
That's 3 and 4.
Tropic of the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn.
Cancer and Capricorn. That's 4 and 5. And the other one you said was what?
But I'm saying he was saying that the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn are as of now incorrect. That we're actually in the Tropic of Gemini. That the ecliptic is actually following the Tropic of Gemini and Sagittarius.
I get what he's saying because it moves. Like, it moves and it shifts positions. Like the constellation.
He was saying, like, the Tropic of Cancer and like, the interpretation of the ecliptic being on the Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn is, like, outdated by, like, a couple 100 years or something like that.
I mean, it's very likely. I don't see why they would give you, like, accurate information so you could easily discover everything. I don't see why anybody would do that. Like, I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I really think about that shit. Like, what's up?
What
the fuck is that? What are y'all?
Bro, okay, I know we should.
What's wrong with y'all niggas, bro?
What do you mean, what's wrong with it? Do you not want it, bro?
I thought you said you were going to Walmart.
We're still haven't gone to Walmart. Right?
Alright, nigga. Alright. Y'all niggas, bro. Y'all be doing everything, huh?
It's raw pizza, bro. It was retarded, yes.
Stop.
Yes, I have to throw this shit in the oven, bro.
Get the fuck out of here.
We did not read that part.
Oh my
Thanks for the smoothie, gang.
We got dog food. That's what another mission that we need to accomplish.
Alright. I'm about to roll another blunt. Y'all niggas lacking.
Look at James, bro.
Right, that Tropicana.
Alright, so we were talking about the ecliptic. I mean, you know more about astrology than I do, bro. I'm still trying to do research into it. I'm still, doing my research. I haven't been doing my fucking research, to tell you the truth. I need to do my fucking research.
If anybody want to learn about, like, real astrology shit, go to Dolo the Pilot Man and, like, check, just, like, it's like search up the sign and, like, search up his name and, like, there's just gonna be videos about that sign. Like,
Dolo the what?
Dolo the Pilot Man.
Dolo the Pilot Man, like D-O-L-O?
Yeah, like D-O-E-L-O. I mean,
okay,
L-O-W, yeah.
D-O-E-W-L-O?
No, like D-O-E and then low, L-O-W.
Oh, okay, D-O-E, okay, gotcha.
So Dolo,
Dolo.
D-A, and then Pilot Man type shit. Well, I mean, he's always reading the energies too. Definitely learned a lot from him type shit. And on top of that note, I've studied a lot individually and taken from accumulated a bunch of information from various sources. And then I've also studied my own birth chart type shit and things and other people's birth chart and shit like that. So like, I just kind of have like a perspective type shit.
Man doesn't know what he's talking about.
You said what?
I said man doesn't know what he's talking about. I think once you get to the point where you can actually form your own perspective on the shit, then you essentially reach like a level where you can understand others' perspectives and then express yours as well, and then it's just like a whole new world of understanding.
Exactly.
But that's what I need to get to with that shit. Being able to form my own perspective on it.
I feel like it starts.
I just have bits and pieces of like what I've heard and just the little bit of research that I've done. But I think it's about time for me to go hard into it, like I did with other stuff. But I definitely think it's going to open up new possibilities for me.
No, definitely.
Once I understand.
What did Travis Scott say in that one song, Escape Plan? He said, Traffic Escape Plan. Shit was, I'm just going to read the lyrics because this is what he was talking about. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta peep. That's what you gotta peep. This is why this was the original cover art for it and shit like that. This nigga got 2, 4, 6 goats around him too.
The original cover art for what?
I'm crying. It was the cover art for like this EP. He dropped 2 of them. I think it was like another song was like Mafia something, and then Escape Plan was on there. And he said, "Weekly world truce. The true dystopia is here. When the end arrives, it's really the beginning. Who knows what lies beneath the surface?" And he looks like a gremlin.
Damn.
And then, but yeah,
I swear, like, man's not be spin like, oh my gosh. I wonder, like, what he's involved in too, though. Shit.
But like I was saying, so like he said 12-figure escape plan. That was the escape plan. But hey, investigating, that shit wasn't waste, man. But wait, I stopped the facing, cause shit just started erasing. But wait, open gates, and this shit just start parading. Oh, like, let's go. We out the basement. 1 floor where it's vacant. She feeling anxious to be out where it's dangerous. Okay, it's lit. She let the chains hit. How it bang. Okay, what's up? But I was about to break it down. What's up? What you say? Yeah, I'm about to roll another joint.
Yeah, we're probably gonna be in the truck. Oh, I'm probably in the shower actually.
You got it, bro.
I feel amazing to be up at the basement.
Oh, so look, 12-figure estate plan. When I read this, I was like, okay, there's 12 houses in astrology, and you know what I'm saying? And he said 12-figure estate plan. That was the escape plan. But hey, investigating. That shit was a waste, man. But wait, I stopped the facing because shit was just erasing. But wait, it opened gates and this shit just start parading. Olay. So, I mean, it really like when I first heard this song years ago, that's what it made me think about. You know what I'm saying? Like he was investigating the astrology and shit like that. He was facing that shit. And it was kind of like erasing some of the things that he learned, and he was like learning some new shit. But and then he was like, but he was like, but wait, that shit was opening new gates like in his mind and shit like that, and like he was expanding his awareness, so that shit just start parading away like, let's go, like, and he went up a level, like we out the basement.
We up out the basement. Okay, I give
1 floor where it's vacant. You get what I'm saying? Like he's where no one's at, a new level type shit. She feeling anxious to be out where it's dangerous. Okay, it's lit. Like if you're lit, bro, like your mind's on fire. There's hella ideas in your mind. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna get too much into that, but like she feeling anxious to be out where it's dangerous. I mean, anytime like somebody's referencing like a woman, they could just be like generally talking about a feeling in general because it's just that's what it's tied to. But in any case, you also could tie it to be like
damn.
like you could just be like he could be talking about his inner feelings like he like low-key feel anxious because like studying this shit is low-key dangerous, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying, he loves how the chains hit, that's his inner soul, that's the feeling, especially how it would bang okay, Jamaican Spanglish, she mixed up in her language, hey bae, you know what I'm saying, and then he can just hit up any babe, it's the life he's living, you know what I'm saying, this is what it led to. So, like, and then he went into, like, that Wapney draining, just have it if you singing, okay? Fuck that Birkin, she just needs some encouragement, like she's insecure, she doesn't need anything but like, you know what I'm saying, self-confidence and more confidence in herself. She said fix that attitude, she thinks she needs a surgeon, okay? And she shows some gratitude, I put you in that altitude. Like he because of the game that he gave her, it made her start thinking in a new way, you know what I'm saying? Like it put her mind up there. So it's stuck like magnets do. I put you in that magnitude. I embrace the. I'm not trying to embarrass you. Straight up. Okay, I got a lavish crew. Me and Chase, the rocker, dated you. Me and Busy Trap. I'm not a rapper. A lot I do. Like he's saying, he's more. You know what I'm saying? How people perceive him. Like there's a lot more that he can just do other than music type shit. I'm not a rapper. A lot I do. A lot of you. A film director. Helter Skelter, off the seltzer like it's juice, and he did drop a seltzer and shit like that. And he did for his album this year, Utopia, which is funny because in the escape plan like Mafia, and the cover art it said like the true dystopia is here, right? And that dropped in 2021, right? And in 2023, this year, he dropped Utopia. That's the complete opposite of dystopia, which is what I'm saying. I think it's funny. You gotta pay attention. Yeah. But yeah, I won't break down the rest. You guys get it, most of it.
And you think the Utopia can actually exist?
I wasn't even showing you guys. I wasn't even showing you guys the whole time. I thought you guys could see. But I think a Utopia could actually exist.
Yeah, I think it can exist in certain conditions. With certain vibrations, if the vibration is high enough. But I guess that's really all there is to it. I mean, if the vibration is there, then fuck it, why not? But I don't think you can necessarily design a system that is going to foster a utopia. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think you can design a civilization.
Even if you watch, there's a show that came out. It's called Utopia. Actually, it's funny. The whole show is about like a virus being created by this company, and like basically they were just trying to depopulate the world type shit. I watched the whole show. It was like a season long.
Bro, why is there so much predictive programming? It's so funny.
It's just like niggas aren't gonna pay attention.
Deep state shit, bro.
Why wouldn't they?
I love it. But fucking
2020, September 25th.
What's the show about? Okay, so company comes up with a virus to depopulate the earth. They're probably just trying to like throw people off.
Bro, it was crazy. So there was like a whole comic for it, like a whole comic that like predicted everything. It like you know what I'm saying, dude. So they were in the show. It's funny, right? In the show, they were basically trying to like prove the main characters were like trying to prove that this comic was based upon real life, and like this virus was like it was talked about in the comic before it came out. You get what I'm saying?
Dude, that's always how it is too. Like some fucking
Exactly. So that's bro. They really playing when they. Bro, I'm telling you, you gotta watch it. Like if you, bro. Oh my god.
Motherfuckers are doing some shit, man.
And that came out 2020. We all know what happened in 2020. I don't even say anything about that shit.
Damn. I'm not surprised though, but damn. Oh, let me stop. But fuck, man. You might be hearing some background noises because I'm about to cook up some lentils.
You got it, bro.
But yeah, no, like back to the utopia shit. I think that a utopia can flourish if the vibration is essentially allowing that. If the as we were talking about before, the organic vibration of the realm is high enough. I think that a utopia could possibly exist. I don't think that it's necessarily possible to design a system that facilitates a utopia. because no matter what like civilization type, like system of civilization that one can design, it can always be exploited in some way, shape, or form. It can always be taken advantage of. There can always be malice behind anything. It all depends on the vibration of the people. Yeah, no. Predictive programming is shit, man. It's really fucked when you really think about it.
No cap.
But we should make our own predictive programming for like actually good shit, like good outcomes.
No cap.
Yeah, man. Two celery stalks. Sorry. Dude, we were talking about luminaries and shit earlier.
Yeah. Lumen just meaning light, and nary just meaning like moving, so moving light.
Oh, yeah. I don't really want to put you in these monthly luminaries. Space. Fuck, well, I feel like I've touched on this before, but, you know, light bodies, space cannot be entered with a physical body. Nothing can leave the firmament. And what we observe in the sky, these luminaries are actually in water. They're in a liquid membrane. And there is light. There is consciousness and awareness. Well, it depends on how you define life. I don't know if there's physical life out there, but there are spirits and things and different entities.
That's devious.
And all of these energies, of course, you know, are projected onto the earth at different times. So they affect us and influence things. You know, powers that be utilize that to their advantage very much so.
We'll repeat that again. Sorry, so they can hear you.
Oh, they utilize powers that be utilize these projections of these luminaries, these energies. They utilize the projection, massive amounts of energy being projected off these different bodies, these light bodies at different times of the year to carry out agendas, you know, for certain things. I believe that if the people could come to know how to do that, things would be different.
I see what you're saying.
And it takes a lot of people, you know.
Yeah.
It takes a lot. Well, it's going to take a lot. You need a movement. A Let's see. Uh, I think that'll work.
I know what it feels like to break down that shit, bro.
Yeah, that shit sucks. I'm not even finna cap on you, bro.
Loki, that's why I had to stop smoking them. It just takes too much, and we do use more in a a blunt, I guess. Yeah.
So true.
And Loki, the reason I didn't get those, I don't know how to roll those ones, bro. They never want to stick.
I don't blame you, honestly.
That's why I got a regular blunt that sticks. Dry ass blunt. I still rolled it.
Nah, I did get high. I'm not even finna cap on you.
Oh, no, the second one wasn't dry, but that shit hit.
It's true. It's true.
What up, chat?
Hold up. Let me show it. Oh, you can't hear me.
Yeah, I'm over here, like, I'm trying to get What up, chat?
Wait, what are y'all about to do?
The pizza's about to be ready.
What does that mean? What are you guys doing? Like, bro.
Rolling in the truck. We're about to smoke here and eat.
Oh, okay. Really?
Yeah. Really.
What time is it? It's still light outside, right?
Yeah, not that much.
Not really. What the fuck? I just looked back and I was like, hold up. On me a throne, to the ground hop inside. What were you saying, Eli? Anything else?
I think as children we're sold on this narrative of outer space, of other physical planets existing in the galaxy, in the universe, being able to travel to them. Star Wars, Star Trek,
yeah.
Valerian, even Dune. Although, bro, I love Dune. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah,
like,
I fucked with it.
Dune is fucking great. It's very biblical too.
Yeah.
But like, even though I know that shit's like, still fuck with it. Like,
oh, fuck.
I'm still gonna go watch the fucking second Dune movie. Okay. But I honestly think that we've been misled because, you have kids like me dreaming of like building spacecrafts and just like traveling through the universe and going to different galaxies and planets and meeting different peoples and races and expanding. And in reality,
it's a fairy tale.
Yeah, that entire model is just a narrative, and it's I do think there is just as much wonder in this universe, in this world, and there's land beyond what we currently know, and we can astral project into those higher planes past the firmament and explore them that way. So, I don't think there's really anything lost, necessarily. But I do think it's pretty fucked that, like, the place that we live in is just, like, they just twist shit, man. Get people believing all kinds of different shit.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not even gonna get into the shape of the fucking Earth. That seems to be a super controversial topic, man. Like, and the reason being is because, I mean, I can say this because I was too. Like, kids are sold from a very young age, are indoctrinated into the narrative, the idea that the Earth is a globe. Like, from fucking first grade, you're taught that shit. Whenever anybody that's actually, like, smart and done their own fucking shit and knows their shit comes along and tells you that they're fucking you, bro, like, wake up. You get pissed because you've been believing that shit since you were, like, fucking 6 years old. That means everything, you gotta, like, fucking learn everything, and that's fucked. That's hard to do, but goddamn, bro. Like, can't go on believing that shit forever.
Okay.
I mean, I believe that, yeah, like, I think everybody in this civilization, this society, believes that the Earth is a globe at some point in their life.
I feel like this also touched down on the fact I have to bring up aliens because people, I don't know what they're talking about. But here, look, I'm going to shut the whole conversation down now about the whole alien talk. Look, imagine the planet that we're on right now that they want to call Earth, which just means dirt. I won't stop letting people know that's actually what that means. So yeah, the planet that we're on right now, imagine it's like a hub. You know what I'm saying? Like a central universal hub, and like, you know what I'm saying? Any like form of awareness can come here and experience this planet. You know what I'm saying? If they can, you know what I'm saying, condense their awareness into a shape and form, a physical shape and form, like matter enough here. You know what I'm saying? Like, and actually, get birth through their, you know what I'm saying, parents and shit. If you could do that and whatnot. Look, there's different, imagine there's different type of people that are actually like from, like where we're at right now, this planet, and then people that's from like other, like, you know what I'm saying, other star systems that you could possibly visibly see when you look up in the night sky based upon your geographical location. You know what I'm saying? And they're bringing forms of awareness here. So like they're an alien, like in a human body, but you think like, oh, they're just a regular person. But how can they do all these things and shit like this and things of this nature? Because they're not a regular person. They're an alien, straight like that. Those are the aliens, like Da Vinci, Albert Einstein. I can keep going down the list. Nikola Tesla, all these niggas. They were just aliens, and they came in here and they invented life, jaw-dropping, revolutionary, innovative technology or creations that changed the face of reality. And why do you think that is? And when they were alive, they weren't like, oh my God, you're amazing. No, you know what I'm saying? Majority of their life, they were looked upon, they were opposed their entire life. You know what I'm saying? Because they were far ahead of their time. Most people didn't understand them. You know what I'm saying? So, but, Albert Einstein, even today, we use most of his shit. Da Vinci created...
Yeah, we gotta talk about this, bro. No, this is actually some good shit. So you're saying that they're essentially like higher dimensional spirits that intentionally incarnated onto the earth as humans, but like their consciousness is not
for the purpose of evolution, essentially.
True. I mean, but like, what about the people that are talking about like how nuclear bombs were like fake and all this shit, and it was all staged and...
Honestly, I don't know, because all that happened, like, when did they make the nuclear weapons and shit like that?
Project Manhattan went down in like the fucking... Shoot. I don't even fucking know, really.
Yeah,
that's the thing, like, younger generations like us, we don't know about this shit, so we just believe whatever, you know?
I gotta study that shit.
But, bro, like, fuck.
can't remember when they dropped like.
And then they're saying that, like, okay, but so if Tartaria, that's the thing, like, it's hard to figure out how shit fits together, because if Tartaria already existed and already had mastered free energy, had literally like, integrated free energy into the very buildings they made.
Mm.
And Nikola Tesla didn't come up with that shit.
Right, he just found out about it.
Yeah, and I mean, or they just used him as a scapegoat, like to basically cover up Tartaria, to cover up the fact that Tartarians were actually using free energy before Tesla was.
And they just used his face and name to cover up the claim of like it actually being utilized prior to him,
Yeah, it was like actually utilized practically in like a global scale civilization before he even like
thought of it.
Yeah. And then, because then they intentionally make it seem like he created this, but it's not practical for our civilization, and we can't use this shit, and it's useless, and so it's like a narrative that they came up with, and they knew that they needed to like basically erase Tartaria to begin with, because Tartaria was superior to them in every single way. So like they can't have people knowing that a civilization that was superior to theirs even existed in the first place.
Very good point. Oh, let me do what I did last time, which is weird. Oh fuck! I haven't charged my fucking headphones. Hopefully this one. Okay, yeah, it's charged enough.
Did I say global scale? Fuck.
Hold up.
I'm still conditioned with that shit, y'all.
Yeah,
I'm learning that shit.
It's like it gets.
It really does. It really does come down to like the simplest shit, like the littlest shit, like that, like the term you fucking use when you try to describe something.
Literally, even the language we're using, bro. It's deep. We're already in deep. You feel me? Like it's a lot to like get your head above water type shit. Let alone walk on water. I'm about to call you on my laptop though. They'll probably be able to hear you better too. Yeah.
What's going on?
Trying to fix this piece of shit. Hello? Hello? Okay, yeah, I just fixed it. My God, he was talking about how he doesn't believe in the existence of an atom. You're gonna have to explain that again. Actually, just give me hold up. Let me get up these steps. Fuck.
Well, I mean, that's really all an atom is.
Shit does look good. The fuck?
That's the one they ordered. This is the one I ordered.
Where'd you guys
Right here.
Where'd you guys get this from?
Right here.
Oh, damn, that shit look good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna smoke this blunt. Infinite Captain gang. I didn't know what you guys were doing in the car. I wasn't about to. I said I didn't know what y'all were doing in the car, so I wasn't about to.
We were just smoking in there.
No, I'm saying like music and shit. So I wasn't trying to. Yeah. Is there a light out here? Yeah, there is. I'm a fool. It's cold as shit too. Alright, explain it again. Wait, so did y'all even hear what I was explaining about? I mean, maybe they did hear what I was explaining about aliens and shit. I hope. I don't know at what point. I think it stopped picking up audio when I tried to call you. I think that's what happened.
Shit.
I think that's what happened. But yeah, go into what you were saying about the atom.
Well, all the atom really is a mutually agreed upon belief or concept to try to better comprehend or explain smaller states of matter, like microscopic states of matter. To understand essentially the formation, how matter is formed. The reason why I don't personally think it's correct is because it's neglecting the fact that matter itself is just energy that's been condensed down to the absolute highest, to the 0 point, to critical mass. So, an atom has 3 parts, a proton, neutron, and electron. These are just made up particles to try to break down the physical realm and create a hyper material perception or understanding of matter.
It's disacknowledgement of soul and spirit, if you really think about it.
Honestly, they're trying to create a perception of physical reality that doesn't that can neglect spirit, that can neglect others, that don't have to take
accountability,
reality into account.
Exactly. And so they're just distorting people's reality, and they're destroying the children, and they're destroying the future inevitably, and getting people to destroy themselves. It's reverse psychology. It's making self-destruction seem like it's a good idea. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, no, I agree.
Like it's the only idea. Like it's the only thing that exists.
Yeah, precisely. Like, this is an atom.
Watch this shit though. "2024, it's another election year."
Yeah. Another election year.
That's the thing, like politics and shit like that.
Okay, shit.
It creates an illusion of things like actually changing and growing, but nothing's really changing or growing. The only thing that's changing is the person that you're seeing in the seat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, it was the puppet this time around.
It's giving you some new either giving you some new shit to complain about or some new shit to like celebrate, to like support. But it's like it's all dumb shit.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's all distractions. I mean, none of it actually matters.
They're creating two sides for y'all to fight against each other. Like
They're polarizing you.
yes, literally.
Don't
Divide
fall
and
for that
conquer.
shit.
Like, there would be no disagreements if people weren't so fucking stupid, if they didn't believe things that weren't true.
The way the country operates is like as if somebody like it's literally like as if somebody does. This country operates in like an oxymoron. They tell you they care about you, and then their actions contradict their words. The world, honestly, it's just all a big contradiction. It's all a big oxymoron. It's all contradictory to itself. That they sell people on it with, land of the free, home of the brave, all this propaganda. The Constitution says this, and this.
What's up, Giraffe? How you feeling, bro?
Tell you about your rights, your freedoms, your obligations.
No.
It's like, bro, like, y'all don't realize you're actually existing in a corporation?
That's all it is.
Like, dude, that's a contract, bro. Those are terms and conditions. How does that equate to freedom? That's a contradiction in itself.
People don't think that far.
Huh?
I said people don't think that far. Like,
Yeah.
most people aren't actually thinking at all. They're just doing what they're told, believing what's said. That's really it.
True. It's easier to live that way, for sure.
Yeah, you know what they say, ignorance is bliss type shit.
Yeah.
It's only blissful for a little bit until you realize you're ignorant.
Yeah. No, yeah. Honestly, I think, like, it's not actually easier to live that way. It's not, like, more rewarding or...
Because you're just, denying reality, like...
Yeah, I think, like, accepting things for what they are and maybe even going through, like, like, a rude awakening, and it's just kind of like a violent, like, awakening where you're going through some shit and you're realizing things and it's, like, hard to deal with. I think coming out of that, there's always a polarity, another side to like a hard time, and I think the up is much greater. The reward of the experience and just the way your life changes in the long run, in the grand scheme of things, when you decide to make choices for yourself, when you decide to think for yourself, it's amazing, man. I think a lot of times people are stuck in this illusion that they are thinking for themselves.
But they really got someone else thinking for them.
Yeah, they're just thinking in the way that they were taught to think but they were told to think for yourself.
It's like you know how the bowling balls, like you have a bowling ring and you throw the bowling ball and there's like, you know what I'm saying, the little gliders and the little protectors on the side so it don't fall off on the side. That's what they got y'all in, the limited spaces of thinking. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't even matter. You're not hitting 10 strikes. Even if you have the rails to protect you from going in the alley, by the time you get down to the alley, it's still going to drop to the alley and not hit a single damn pin. Like, it's because you didn't know how to roll the ball by yourself. You know what
Honestly, my true belief is that if you're mentally operating and like subscribing to this, I guess in the United States, to the current political like model, and you choose a side and all that shit, you're automatically like not thinking for yourself. Like you are under the illusion that you have your own opinion, but you fucking don't. You're literally just choosing a template, bro.
Right.
Take your fucking pick, you know?
We give you what we think you need, and we make you think you decided.
Yeah. Like that's the whole trick.
Right.
Like you're under the illusion that you're making your own choice. But no matter what you choose, you're still operating within the bounds of this facade.
No cap.
So you may ask, like, so how the fuck do I make my own choice? And like, what do I do? Well, you don't. You take a step back from that. You give yourself time to actually analyze and actually think and like really like what would I say?
Decide for yourself, like who you want to be, how you want to think, how you want to see the world.
And I think ultimately nobody's true perspective. I mean, nobody's true perspective is going to fall in within the lines of the current system. Like, you know, nobody actually, in their truest sense of self, falls in those categories. Everybody's unique and has their own true perspective. Just not everybody has realized that yet. Like, not everybody's realized their own perspective. So they choose what's readily available. But that's dangerous, man.
Oh yeah.
I mean, how do you think? It's how you manifest what you think. So it's dangerous when you're not thinking for yourself. You're just choosing between two cookie cutter factions. Because then that way of thinking is going to mold you to be just like everybody else. To have generally the same lifestyle and whatnot. I think since people are being true to themselves and their truest sense of self, and I don't think it's necessarily their fault. It's definitely a factor. Like, self is definitely a factor, but when you're constantly being bombarded and saturated with all this information, and you're basically being told to make a choice, you have this option or this option. You don't have any other options. You have to choose, or else, you know, you're useless or you serve no purpose in this society. Well, that's like, it's hard to break free of that, but it's possible.
All true. It's too much. I gotta take a piss. Hold up. I gotta take a piss. Hold up.
I gotta do it like that. No, I gotta do it like that.
So what?
Um. Try to do this. Rinse. Okay.
Oh yeah, I was doing something. I forgot.
Is that about a cup?
Yeah, bro's cooking beans on the other end. If you guys are wondering.
Is that about a cup? I'd say it's about a cup. Might be more than a cup at that point. It's like 2 cups. I'm just gonna leave it at that though. Yeah. I think we're all going through some sort of awakening on a very large scale, actually.
Incredible.
And it's funny because simultaneously, the current regime is trying to orchestrate a great reset. So it's like a reset and an awakening are kind of happening at the same time. That they're kind of, it's like 2 possible realities, 2 possible paradigms. You know? And they're just like, it's like a race.
You're right. It's a race for space.
Apparently, like, some guy that was like part of the Apollo missions on his deathbed confessed to his son that, like, it was all filmed on a green screen and he was like part of the production crew or some shit. Isn't that hilarious?
That shit is fraud. This nigga felt guilty about that shit.
Yeah, no, it was like a deathbed confession, bro. No, because I think they probably would have assassinated him if he like confessed that as like a healthy man, you know? So he knew he was gonna die already, so he said, fuck it, man.
Damn.
At this point, I think it's almost like common knowledge, though. Like, you know?
Yeah. It depends. You know.
I guess you're right. You're right. It does depend, but goddamn, bro. Like, come on. Oh my god. Like, there's video of motherfuckers playing golf on the moon up. Like, bro. Right, right. Half cup of them with 6 cups of water. But I'm actually. Oh, there's a city I was meaning to tell you about. That's definitely remnants of the Tartarian Empire. It's Ashbagop. It's in the Middle East. I forget which country it's in. Let me show you. Let me find it and then tell you so you can show people. Turn the stove on for. Oh shit! Did I turn on the bun burner? Oh shit! I did. Okay. Apparently, nobody. Like, this is almost like a silent city. They call it the City of the Dead. But I mean, it's inhabited.
The City of the Dead. Let me search it up real quick.
No, that's not it.
That's not it?
Well, that is its nickname, but I think it gave me like a different place in Egypt, and that's not it's a different country in the Middle East. Let me see. Ashgabat.
Ashgabat?
Yeah, like Ash, Gabat.
Ashgabat.
It's the capital of Turkmenistan.
Bruh, how do you spell that?
Ash, like ASH. Ga, G-A, Bat. Just B-A-T.
I see, yeah. What about this place?
It's, there's a bunch of Tartarian stuff around here.
Oh, shit.
You'll see the domes with the needles. Pure marble. This city holds the world record for the highest density marble buildings in the world. Solid white marble. Ain't no way man's built this themselves. This was already there.
Damn. This is crazy.
Like the majority of the buildings in this city are solid white marble, bro.
What the fuck?
And it said that all the locals that live outside, like right outside the city limits, are impoverished, and the city itself is mainly just a humongous tourist attraction.
What the fuck?
And like even the rich people the rich people live in the city too, but like the governors and politicians and all that shit. But yeah. But it's such a big city, but you'll hardly see. It said that you'll hardly see any people because it's not very populated for the scale of the city itself. Because of the fact that most of the population in the country is actually impoverished. So I'm telling you, it's like this grand place that was like pre-existing that the rich people just decided to like move in and like claim it as their own. And
That's crazy.
Like, look at this sacred geometry, bro. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, that shit is crazy. All their structures, bro. I see exactly what you're talking about, bro.
Yes, sir. That solid gold dome. Like, you don't tell me modern architects like designed and then people built that shit in this age? No. No. We can't even replicate domes like that anymore. Right? Like, it's actually true. Like, we can't like perfectly replicate these kinds of domes anymore with our current understanding. Or, like, that's why motherfuckers are like building fucking like tall rectangles.
Bro. No cap. Just think of the work it took to fucking build this shit.
Yeah, I know.
It was crazy. Like,
And the city's in the middle of the desert.
wow.
It's not in the middle of the desert.
Yep.
Like the kind of infrastructure and transportation required to transport that many, like however many metric tons of marble, that's not something we can achieve today. Not even today. Much less back when, when they say our history began, whatever that shit was.
Look like some shit off Minecraft.
Yeah.
Bro. Niggas is not doing this today, bro, for sure.
Yeah, bro.
Again. Thanks. Y'all good?
We're about to go to one more. I was just about to tell you.
Alright.
And tell you it's gonna be like a 30-minute trip from you.
Alright. Were these good?
They're alright. You
Alright.
probably want to throw it back in the oven to be the best optimal, but they're alright.
Alright. I see. Thanks, bro.
Alright.
Let's see. Yeah, these are fucking crazy. I mean, these structures are insane. Like, this is they built these structures for no other purpose but for magic.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. Like, they had some mad alchemy shit going on.
Like, what the fuck?
I'm telling you, bro.
Near the border of Iran. Go figure. But well.
Shit. Condensing energy out of electric, like organic electromagnetic fields, and repurposing it, like, bro, that's what those buildings are made for.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers want to tell me Tesla made a tower. I mean, okay, the tower concept is kind of cool. I'm not gonna like discredit that. But it just doesn't compare. Like, in comparison to the scale of what the Tartarians do, it's just like minuscule, you know?
No cap. This shit is weird. Like,
Yeah, no, it's like kind of hard to believe that a place like that even exists in the world. Like, especially growing up in the States, like goddamn, bro. Like, you'll never see anything like that in the States. The closest you'll get to seeing anything remotely like that in the States is in Washington, D.C. And even the stuff in Washington, D.C. isn't that, like...
yeah.
I mean, it's Tartarian, but it's not like that, you know?
Yeah, it's really not shit, bro.
Yeah, it's not on that level.
Yeah, I ever be thinking, like, who the fuck are these niggas that they be making statues of? Like, I don't think niggas be thinking about that.
I think they might have, like, just placed those statues up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, this is
Like, everything's already there, and there's like, okay, we're just gonna fucking throw this statue on top of this.
Nigga.
Like, that's literally what the Statue of Liberty is.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, that's another example. Yeah, the Statue of Liberty, the foundation of the Statue of Liberty is also Tartarian. If you see the shape of it, it's in a hexagon. Is it pentagon? Yeah, it's a pentagon. And it's like ancient stonework.
That shit is crazy.
That's what I was saying. Like, a lot of like places in Japan, like the foundations are Tartarian, like ancient stonework, and then they just build whatever they want on top of those foundations. But like today's stonemasons, like today we barely even have, like, there are barely any stonemasons left.
Okay.
Like, people can't build that kind of stuff nowadays. And even if the Tartarians did build that stuff with, you know, technology mainly, we don't have access to that technology. I mean, it says, okay, so there's apparently like a rock cutter like version, like people that just like found suitable masses of rock and cut cities into the rock, like laser cut or some shit like that, or like magnetically like carved out rock with like extreme precision. Like, there's no way that shit is hand done, you know. So for some of these ancient ruins, like you would see like tool marks and shit, but there are none. It's like smooth, finished rock. Then also like, and then you have the cutters and the builders, essentially. People that build with the rock, people that cut the rock.
No cap.
No, I mean, it's just crazy to me, like, people don't realize, like, bro, the nature of this reality is electromagnetic. The only existing force is electromagnetism.
Exactly.
It's a progenitor for gravitation, radiation, electricity, and those are the three progenitors for everything else. And ether, of course, but ether is like the progenitor of all of it, because ether spawns electromagnetism, and then electromagnetism itself is a combination of gravitation and radiation. And electricity is born from that, and then everything else is born from electricity. But it's crazy to me that we know this to be true, but yeah, our propulsion systems and our technology doesn't model that, is not in line with that. I think that tells you everything you need to know about like our current civilization.
No cap.
Like, bro, we still be using combustion engines.
No cap. Shit doesn't even make sense.
Like, bro. And you gonna tell me, motherfuckers wanna tell me we're the most advanced civilization to date, and we're using combustion engines.
Cap.
Like, my guy.
Put that on who?
Oh shit. Should I do the sweet potatoes? I feel like I should. I might shave them though. No, I want the skin. I don't want to say too much about like Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and I think Fukushima as well, because I haven't really done that much research on it. I would like to go to Japan, but I don't even know if there are people left that like actually lived through that.
No cap. I wonder what it was like before they bombed it, right? Because what if they bombed it to destroy some of those structures?
You're right. You're absolutely correct. Holy shit, yeah. That's what they do. I mean, we all know that. Okay, we know from the beginning that each country. We know that the United States, at least, is a war profiteering country, because we make the weapons, we make the artillery, we make the equipment, and then, we start wars or whatever, we go to war with a country and then sell them weapons and,
No cap. They're interrogators of war. And all that shit is just sacrifices, bro. That's all those world wars
we
are
already
for.
know that the country is making money off of war. And so it's in the country's interest, but it's also in the interest to erase like remnants of Tartaria from other countries. So that might also have to do with like, there's like multiple reasons, there's multiple reasons why shit like that happens. And they're like multiple objectives,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're going to extract the resources from this country, get their oil, sell them weapons, make money off of them, essentially just ravage them. And then also, maybe if there are some ancient Tartarian ruins will destroy those too.
But don't forget, like it's still also about energy. It's always about energy, and who holds the most electricity and magnetism is a person, a human, a light body. You get what I'm saying? So like, because that's literally what the word human means. HU. If you go in the periodic table of elements, you know, it's like I'm not gonna get into that. It's helium, but that's just light. In any case, it's just a light body, a body of air condensed. But in any case, the whole
Wonderful.
point is like
Was it sensation?
you harness the most energy from people. So just use Vietnam for example. The Americans knew they weren't going to win that war. They knew they had no reason to fight at all. They sent them there to die. They wanted them to die.
Yeah.
So why do you think that is?
My pot. Oh. My pot is not big enough for this. Hmm.
Mm. Same thing with 9/11, bro. That was just another Tower of Babel.
Shit.
Never heard of the Tower of Babel? Was it? I'm sure there was more, but it was a tower they tried to reach God.
True. Twin Towers, bro.
And those were the tallest towers.
In the world at the time, right?
Yes.
The World Trade Center.
I don't have any actual pictures of it. It's not real. So long ago. Well,
I don't know if they're Tartarian though. Which, I mean, it doesn't really matter if they are or not.
you said what?
Oh, it kind of does. I'm gonna look up the twin. What do the Twin Towers actually look like?
And then it was also the information in the World Trade Center. It was the World Trade Center.
True. That's true.
It was a demolition. Everything else was a distraction. But yeah.
Fuck, the motherfuckers are cold.
Rectangles. Look at all this rectangles and fucking what the fuck is that called? A prism? I can't remember. Yeah, I think that is a prism. Pyramid and shit. It's just you get a little bit of sphere atmosphere, but it's like still just blocky and choppy. You see what what modern day shit is, and then you see the ancient shit. You see the difference.
Mm.
The limits.
Yeah, facts.
Mm.
Man, them motherfuckers were rectangles.
That shit crazy.
Yeah, if it's made out of glass, it's usually modern.
Yeah, it doesn't even make sense. Why the fuck would you make a structure out of glass? Like,
I don't know. It's dumbass motherfuckers. I don't know, bro. Because glass is cheap.
damn, I didn't even know they had a fucking article on this shit. That's crazy.
Glass is cheap, and it's easier for. You know, it's easier to build with glass because it's lighter, and I mean, yeah, all that shit. What the hell, man?
But yeah, that shit is crazy.
It's pretty fucked. You can see why they have, people like.
Hmm?
9/11.
Nah, yeah, that shit was yeah. You know what I'm saying? How we just enter into the 2000s and that just supposedly happened.
Yeah, no, that's so fucked,
Just
right?
enter into the age of Aquarius. That just supposedly happened. You know what I'm saying? You better study numerology. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Strawberry dream or peach dream? Eli. Strawberry peach.
Peach.
Alright.
What is the question for, though?
But blunt, I'm about to roll the flavor of it.
Oh, yeah, no, peach all the way, bro.
But smells just like a beach.
Way too much.
Yeah. Sometimes I wish like this information was like easier to like, it was all in one place so you could like, really just
Dude, me fucking too.
get
Shit.
through it, digest it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's scattered everywhere. You gotta collect it. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah, I
bet
don't
you.
know. The Twin Towers obviously are in Tartaria.
Yeah.
I mean, they're glass rectangles, so they're definitely built. They were definitely built in this day. I mean, this age.
Bro, they were built in like 1963 or some shit. I can't remember the exact date. Let me look it up.
By the Rockefeller Foundation.
Yeah, no surprise. The Rockefellers.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Dude, what? Dude, the World Trade Center was built in 1973.
Yeah, April 4th, 1973. Check that.
And oh my God, they went down in 2001.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild, man. They didn't even last 30 years.
Yeah.
28 years.
Exactly.
28, 1.
Exactly. 9 plus 2.
Oh, shit.
It's 11. If you take that down, that gives you a 2. They were the Twin Towers. Still 11. But I'm not even about to break all this shit down. Hey, chill. So the construction began in 1966, but it was fully built. It opened in 1973, and it was destroyed in 2001.
That's crazy, dude. Oh, fuck. No. Now I've done it. Okay, this might be a good thing, actually.
Mm.
Because I want to add chicken stuff. I fucked up. Dumped some of my veggies in the sink. Because I ain't got a strainer, so I'm using the lid of the pot. And my hand slipped.
Damn, that's really
And the lady said, psych. Ah, see you later. Alright. Let me relax. I digress. Ow. That's hot. Ooh. I need to get a bigger pot, dude. I need like a humongous stainless steel pot.
Stainless kill? A
Stainless.
drill? a painless pill, a heartless fill, a practice without a drill, a kill without a blood spill.
Damn. Frequency. We speculate that
I roll a fatty just so I can. Just so I got a bag. Like, bro, if you don't 3.5 in the wood, bro, like, I don't know what you're doing, bro. That shit is, like, really disappointing to me.
What you mean?
Nah, don't even acknowledge what I'm saying, bro. I'm like, joking.
Wait, I don't know what you said, though.
Bro, I said if you don't put 3.5 in a wood, like...
God damn. Is that a backwood?
Yeah.
A peach backwood, huh?
I mean, nah, but these are loose leaves. They're just like leaf of tobacco. They're actually like, they come in better than backwoods because you don't have to. There's no guts, none of that. It's just like perfectly cut leaves, and they smell amazing, whatever flavor they are.
That's sick. That's nice, man.
I'm not gonna cut.
Yeah. Man's just throwing an eighth into a wood. Okay. Are you gonna base that shit yourself?
High key, unless like.
Oh my gosh.
No one's here to smoke with me.
Damn. I would never be able to do that by myself, bro. That's a fucking feat right there, bro.
Yeah. Oh, if y'all saw this shit. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna play a song. Hold up, bro. Bro, I've been wanting to play this song for a minute. Not only did I just make this song like a week ago or some shit like that, but like, why is my SoundCloud doing that shit? They look good, goofy ass shit, right?
You know,
Huh?
I'm starting to think I cut everything too big.
Why'd you say that?
Because my pot's not big enough for the size that I cut, and I think I put too much shit in there. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Hopefully it comes out okay.
This nigga tweaking. Alright. Damn. Check this out, stream. Check this out, stream.
Stream!
Yeah, I'm saying, bro. I'm proud of me. I want y'all to be proud of me. Don't look at that. Look at this.
Dude, fuck. No! I put the garlic cloves. Oh, dude, this is gonna be all fucked up. Shit. I guess I'm just gonna put extra garlic. Fuck it.
Tell me how the fuck I should really feel. I've been really falling down a deep phobia for real. I've been really getting from niggas don't understand. Gotta really big smile like a joker. This is my life, I'm gonna live it up. I hit that spot and then I got stuck. I fucked up. Ah, yeah. Whoa. Yeah, I feel just like the sun. Wake up, smoke the side, touch the sky. Shawty, you wanna fuck me while I'm high? Take the dick while you cry. In the kitchen, cut this dope, watch me scrape the sides. I put the trap on the city on fire. All of my demons will be outside. Bitch, I'm up now like a satellite. You shit like a dead or alive. My niggas like hot surprise. Feeling I play with niggas, I love it for dead. Niggas be selling this land for the head. Real shit, open the gate, not concrete. Like we gon' kill a bitch. Oh, you blind on you a bitch. See how I'm evil, we not equal. I got the balance to the people.
You love that song. Yeah.
That was dope. Who's singing? Who is that?
Whoa, that's like, it's like John, my neighbor.
No. Turning up.
Like,
Turning up for the world. Man, sometimes I just imagine what life was like back then.
I bet it was a lot different.
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, I'm gonna be honest. Like I feel like the most recent times weren't really that conducive for people like us. Not saying that we wouldn't be able to adapt, but I don't think it was conducive, in terms of how people thought and like the level of understanding people had. Like,
Yeah. What do you mean by the most recent times, though? Like this,
like the last 100 to 200 years, type shit.
Oh, true.
Even when you think about, like, bro, the Declaration of Independence was signed like 1764 or some shit like that. Like, you really gotta, take all that into account, bro. That was like relatively recent.
Yeah, no, for real. Like, yeah, shit. That's crazy. They're already trying to reset this shit. The same families, bro. It's the same souls. They do these rituals to incarnate into the same families that have like all the money, right? And then they, try to do what they do, but your time has concluded. Have a nice day. That's how I feel.
Shit's so damn sticky. God damn.
That's true.
That's
That's really how it is.
I gotta charge my phone.
It's probably gonna fade you out, bro.
LOL, bro.
Goddamn games.
I was 7.5 the blunt. Stop playing with me.
No, that's more than double. That'll die, bro. I swear, bro. I'm just gonna be like, I'm literally like, I feel like I'm becoming all my friends' designated driver.
Oh
Just
fucking
I'm the
god.
DD, bro.
Shit. I think I get into Garnet.
Dude, it's been raining all day where I'm at.
Yeah.
I don't even go out. You know, in high school I used to go out when it rained still, though. It'd usually be to smoke, though, I'm not even gonna lie. I would literally go out in the rain to smoke just because I liked the aesthetic of it.
Yeah. Fuck,
There is something about smoking in the rain, though, I'm not even gonna lie.
there is. It's a different vibe. For
Yeah.
sure.
Especially, like, when you're in nature. Like, I would go out in these woods behind my apartment, and it was like a lush, like those lush Maryland like woods, almost like a rainforest in a way. Such a nice vibe. I put my raincoat on. I have a perfect cone rolled. I have a fucking pearl every single time. Would curl everything. I have a special technique to pop the cap off, like the twisted cap shit. You know, you take the lighter and you burn around the circumference of the top where the cap is, and then you know how you like twist the J. Well, then you can just pop it off by pulling off the little like twisted part, and it starts so much better when you do that because it's just straight exposed flour, but it's like packed in. So it's like a cigar or cigarette.
Damn, bro. Bro, I want to send you a picture of how much is in here, bro. This shit actually looks dummy. I'm not finna cap on God. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got me, bro. Does my flash just not turn on, bro? Like, I turned that shit on, you little dumbass bit.
I think I'm ready to make this look big.
That shit.
We do what I told me what I do. Okay. Ugh.
Fuck.
I'm making one of my mom's recipes right now, and it's really like making me appreciate her more because this shit is like extensive, bro. This is much more complex than what I cook on the regular. I should be making this shit on the regular in like large quantities for my ass.
That shit crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's gonna be hard to roll this. That's a fast mic. I gotta break that down still. Turn that shit fucking up. I'm just making shit. Little tucky, little gluggy, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you guys can't even see for real. It's okay, doesn't matter. Tucky.
Have you had my mom's lentils before, James?
No, but I did go over your house and your mom made a meal.
Oh, I offered you some, but you didn't eat them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I was like, "Hey, you want some lentils, bro? They're really good." They're like, "No, I'm good, bro." I think you were fasting at the time.
Yeah.
You're in your fasting phase. Bro, remember when we were gonna do puns?
Yeah. I mean, I did that shit. I just couldn't keep going. Like,
Yeah, no, you did. Shit.
it was okay though. But if we did it together, it would have been more energy, more power to it.
Thanks.
Okay.
Hold on.
I mean, we can still. I mean, we're doing a podcast right now, type shit.
I wanna start Mars. It's an acronym for Metatrons Etherons.
Ooh. Hard. That's hard.
Holy shit, bro! I'm looking at the pictures you just sent me. That's fat as fuck.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. It's unnecessary. It's excessive. It makes no sense. It's this thick as my damn finger. Just about.
My boy going hard.
I can't really see it. I don't even need a chopstick. Make sure that shit in there for me. So you never want to fucking close at the end. Like, all right.
Have you taken a smack
Huh?
yet?
I think I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are my spices? Okay. My spices are bay leaf, adobo, cumin, oregano, salt, and pepper.
Okay.
Bro, what y'all be cooking? Actually, I overheard like the other week when we were talking about how you guys have like different themes every week, like or different days. Like one day you had like New England Day or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So like, is that how like you cook different dishes from different regions every day?
It's just for this block. This is regionals, so we're just going around the world. Yeah.
Dude, that's so cool.
Okay.
What was the last thing you cooked?
Some shit from Spain.
Yo,
Dirty
was it
Dolphins.
gazpacho?
Yeah, we did actually make gazpacho.
That's
we
the
made,
staple
like,
over there. And paella?
Yeah, we made an empaya, tortilla esperano, and I think that's how you pronounce it. And then we made a whole bunch of shit like fish, obviously.
That's so dope.
I just can't remember the name off. I mean, I can see it in my brain, like Arejos.
No, actually.
But like the thing is, I don't even like really know these fucking words. Like I didn't really digest it. Like it's in a different language. I just made the
Yeah, I
fucking
feel
food.
But you cooked it still.
Yeah.
Also, Tartarian structured in Spain. Bro, I can't stop thinking about fucking Tartarian. Let me think about something else, bro.
Yeah. Maybe
Something about astrology, though.
probably on to something. You're on to something. About astrology?
Yeah.
You gotta ask. I haven't even, like... Yeah, just ask me.
Too much? I got you.
No, just ask me. You know what I'm saying? Like...
No, yeah, I know what you mean, but there's like, yeah, I know what you mean. So, okay. So, I don't even know where to begin myself. Like, it's such a, you know? Okay, so where would you say, like, for somebody who's trying to get into astrology, like, I want to know this because I'm trying to get into it. Where, okay, you said to watch the dope, was it Airplane? What was the guy's name?
Dilla the pilot, man.
Okay, Dolo, the pilot man?
Yeah.
So,
Like I said, airline. It's like I like because it does make sense because it says pilot, man.
yeah, no, I knew it had something to do with aviation. But, okay, Dolo? Or what was it?
Dilla the pilot, man. Blicky. Fat. Damn. Yeah.
Dolo, the pilot. Okay.
Need the damn
Got
torch. Not playing on no damn pussy eye lighter.
Dude, this motherfucker is eccentric.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Dripped out.
But like, oh, so you were saying like, what would I tell somebody that was trying to get into astrology? I would tell them like,
Like, where should they start? Like, with what concepts, or what are like the base concepts that everything is built upon?
the signs, the house lords, and that's just like, what planet is in that house that aligns with that sign. It's like ruling over that. You know what I'm saying? Sign. But then like, you gotta understand the houses, the signs, what they represent, their meanings, and then understand all the aspects like conjunctions, oppositions, because we're always getting, we're always in new, like, you know what I'm saying, positions, you know, type shit. Like,
Okay.
there's like 6 aspects type shit. I think it's like a conjunction, a sextile, opposition, trine. Trine's a gift. There's a square. Square is something you have to learn. Opposition is something you can. It's a give or receive. Conjunction is it's an opportunity presented to you, and then a motherfucking goddamn sextile opportunity. Conjunction, I can't remember exactly, but I know that sextile is definitely an opportunity, and a conjunction, a sextile is like a conjunction, but it's like it's a different level of conjunction. That's why it's a sextile. But I mean, there's a different explanation I could give to that. But hold up. All right, so look. So learn all the houses, learn all the elements. There's only 4 elements, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta learn what sign belongs to each element.
Okay.
3 signs for each element. So
And the houses are like,
astrology is an external visual representation of yourself, your body.
okay.
When you're looking at your natal chart, you're looking at your head touching your toes, like from like leaning all the way back. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Yeah, that's what that is.
So would the houses be like similar to the chakras?
Mm-hmm. It all aligns. Like the first
So
house
there's
is
12
the,
houses.
huh?
12 houses.
Yeah, exactly. So it only covers like the chakras only cover like 7 houses, and that's a huge thing because 1 through 6,
There
1
are
through
actually 12 chakras though, to truth be told.
1 through 6 is your personal, you know what I'm saying, your personal houses, and 7 through 12 are your social houses. So that's what has to do with like, you know what I'm saying, everything external. 1 through 6 is everything internal.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
And like if you're correlating it to like the positions in your body, the first house is like it's your head, the second house is your face, the third house is your throat because it's dealing with communication.
So, what
you
are
know,
the houses' names?
the house's names? I mean,
Yeah.
there's no house names; they're just numbered. But like, there
Oh,
is like certain zodiac signs that are associated with each house. You know what I'm saying? Because
okay.
it was that constellation was birthed from that space and place and location. You know what I'm saying? And it like gained the most like I guess awareness and you know what I'm saying power. You know what I'm saying relevance, influence. So yeah. I'm telling you the correlation. So Aries is always the first. It's the first sign. So that's dealing with the head. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Aries, the natural leaders. You know what I'm saying? Probably big headed. There's a lot of things that are associated with that. But if you're thinking about the natural characteristics of like one, just think of like the numbers. This is where you take into numerology in consideration. You take astrology and numerology, and you take a new level of understanding. Look,
That's it.
like you take one. Okay, one, Aries is a fire sign, and two, it's also the first sign. It's the first sign, so it's one. It's and then you have to understand the modalities. The modalities are really important. So there's three modalities. There's cardinal, fixed, and mutable modalities. And you know what I'm saying?
Cardinal, fixed, and immutable.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, like, essentially, cardinal is the initiate, you know what I'm saying? Mutable is like the flexible one, you know, being in a situation and kind of just adapt. And then fixed is like stubborn energy, like you're fixated on an idea, circumstance, situation, or some type of object, person, place, or thing, you know, whatever.
I see.
So, like, when you sit down and think about all this shit, like, you gotta understand your own birth chart. Like, that's the most important part. So you gotta understand the time you were born, where you were born, you know what I'm saying? And all that shit, type shit. I would recommend to anybody Astro.Astrology Cafe. You know what I'm saying? It gives you the best birth chart, natal chart reading ever. You know what I'm saying? Better understanding of yourself. And then if you're gonna, I was going into that. I really wanted to go back to the Aries. I said Aries is representation. It's a fire sign. It's a cardinal modality, and it's also the first sign of the zodiac. It's the initiate of the new year, and we have 4 seasons, and this is why you have to pay attention. And you also have to go back to like the Celtic calendar, and then you know what I'm saying, then you'll understand what the fuck I'm really trying to tell you. But in any case, like you know, right now we go off like the Gregorian calendar and dumb shit like that. But and you know shit like that, and it's like, yeah, I'm not even about to get into all that right now, but
That's it.
here, look. So check it. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to think of like what are like if you could think of like even if you just go to Carl Jung's 12 archetypes, it's literally the same thing. Like it's just like you know what I'm saying? Like all these niggas got these ideas from somewhere. They were already pre-existing, and they just converted them to a new shape and form and presented them in a new aspect so people could perceive it in a new way. And it was like digestible for the current people. God damn, like I hope anybody can hear what the fuck I was saying. God damn. Car passing by every 5 seconds in a bit. But yeah, and you gotta think of that as the second house. Second house, and that's Taurus, you know what I'm saying? Taurus is your face, you know what I'm saying? It's the structure of your face and things of that nature. That's dealing with materialism, you know what I'm saying? All things material, bro. Like, just keep it straight like that, you know what I'm saying? Love, you know what I'm saying? Things that you can feel, the 5 senses, things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, when you get into like the third house, that's Gemini, you know what I'm saying? Gemini, that's right here, you know, the third house right here, type shit. That's your communication, your analyzation, your overall environment, circumstance, and situation, you know what I'm saying? And then you got your fourth house, which would be your heart space, which is like your chest right here, and that's Cancer. That's dealing with your home, your family, you know what I'm saying, your loved ones, anything that's close to the heart, you know what I'm saying? Huge emotional stimulation, no exaggeration.
Yeah.
And then you got fifth house. Fifth house is Leo, and that's your stomach. That's what they would call like your solar plexus, you know what I'm saying, in correlation to the chakras. And Leo, that's all about confidence. That's all about, you know what I'm saying, shining, you know what I'm saying? That's all about being seen, getting attention. And so you really got to understand in life, attention is what pays. That's always been it. You know what I'm saying? You get people's attention. You know what I'm saying? You can convince them to do things. It's really that simple. Well, look.
Damn.
But in any case, then you got 6th house. Then you got I haven't been telling y'all the fucking. So Taurus is an earth sign, Gemini is an air sign, Cancer is a water sign, and you know what I'm saying, Leo is a motherfucking fire sign. And then the 6th house, that's Virgo, and that's your intestines and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's like dealing with like, it's like another level of the 3rd house, like deep analyzation, deep like communication, deep like, you know what I'm saying, structure, responsibility. It's like you're taking your ideas that you've like, everything is building on top of each other. That's what guys have to understand. All these houses are building on top of each other to create, you know what I'm saying, a more sustainable and like easier way to express yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because astrology is essentially like the tools that you utilize on a daily basis. It's the tools in your toolkit. Like imagine you were Batman and you had like you know what I'm saying, the little bat, you know, the little belt he'd be wearing. It has all the gadgets and shit. Like that's what astrology is. Knowing all your houses and how they operate and what's in there. Like you understand the tools that's in your you know what I'm saying, your belt type shit, your gadgets and shit. So you know how to utilize them. So you know like your gift, talents, and abilities. You know what you're good at. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. You know where you can fall at. You know your faults. You know what I'm saying. You know how to like course correct type shit. That's like having that shadow work, that unconscious awareness. So it's like your unconscious is conscious. Now you're just aware.
Damn. Now you're just aware.
At that point, it is what it is because you manifest all things that you create.
It's amazing.
Here's the thing, but like astrology is trying to show you how the seed is being planted and like when to plant the seed. That's why you even need to know the energies that we're currently going through and experiencing in the current moon cycles and shit like that. This is why they be going through all that shit. But like the current astrological transits, to summarize it. Any case, so like you got to know. You know what I'm saying, when to make your mind up, when to use your 1st house, because everyone has like a different, that's your 1st house is your ascendant, your personality, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? And then your 2nd house is like your forms of relatability, you know what I'm saying, how you like connect with other individuals. You see how all these things are tying together because you want to be able to connect with other individuals. One, if you didn't have a mind, you didn't have the idea, you didn't have the thought, and then you have to communicate, you have to utilize your Gemini, you have to first relate to someone, and that's your 2nd house. Taurus, you have to relate the idea, and the 3rd house, you have to communicate the idea that you built the form of relatability off of, and then you had to, you know what I'm saying, structure it with you had to stabilize it with the form of emotion, so there was like a new level of stimulation, you know what I'm saying, so it was like it opens up a new level of proclamation, which is like Leo, and it can be like seen in a new light, a new perspective, the idea that you presented, because it's now stimulated with a proper frequency vibration, which would be your Gemini, you know what I'm saying, your Cancer, you know what I'm saying, but in any case, and that's essentially your air and your water, you know what I'm saying, which is what you're gonna get when you start that, you know what I'm saying, that's how you create land masses and shit. But
I'm out here with the Gemini Cancer signs.
no god. And then you get into the motherfucking the 6th house is like, okay, now you're taking what you just like, you know what I'm saying, brought to the world with a new perception, and you're restructuring it. You're trying to like, this is why like Virgos, they have like deep perfectionism tendencies and shit like that, overthinkers and shit. They're always just trying to make like the best shape and form to present to the world in some way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? That's where they can really fall short, because like perfectionism, like you're doing too much. Sometimes you just gotta let shit be like how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Because like can't control everything. You know what I'm saying? But in any case, so then you go to 7th house. And 7th house is like, that's just like 2nd house. It's a deep form of relatability. That's the Libra. That's dealing with your hips. That's just your hips. You know what I'm saying? And then like, you know, so that's the scales, the balancing, the L's, you know what I'm saying? That's a support system. Like, what are you going to do without the Libra? The Libra's an air sign. They know how to communicate stability and, you know, practicality and relatability. You get what I'm saying? And then you have to understand, like, what is the next one? 8th house is Scorpio. Scorpio is like, that's like deep occult shit. That's mystical shit. Like everything in the dark, everything unseen. You know what I'm saying? Everything hidden type shit. That's your dick, your vagina. That's that area right there. That's like your root chakra, and like, you know, that's what they would tell you and shit like that. But yeah,
I see.
Scorpio's a water sign, bro. They're deeply emotional. They're deeply connected to their emotions. Like, there's a lot of things, like, you know what I'm saying? Scorpios can feel, yet can't properly explain, but they can if they're capable of condensing, you know what I'm saying, whatever's in their first house and bringing it down to wherever, you know what I'm saying, they have to project in Scorpio. But I'm not going to get into all of that. You guys are getting what I'm saying? But look, and then ninth house is essentially, it's the Sagittarius house. It's like the teacher house, damn near. It's the house level, you could say, of grace. And
Oh, great.
of grace, you could say. And then when you think about shit like that, like, because like when you teach somebody, you're expanding their mind, you're expanding their awareness to a new, you know what I'm saying, to a new region, esoterically, you know what I'm saying, like mentally, emotionally.
Yes.
But like, you know what I'm saying, ninth house gives you that ability to do shit like that. Take everything that you just like created 1 through 8, and you can teach it now. And then 10th house is like that's your kneecaps. Oh wait, sorry, 9th house is your thighs. I forgot to tell you that's the Sagittarius house.
I see.
And then you got your 10th house, which is like your kneecaps.
This is what?
Your kneecaps.
Kneecaps? Okay.
What is essentially, bro, like how you present yourself to the world, like how you structure yourself in the world, like business ways. You know, Capricorns are all about their money type shit and like stabilizing themselves in their physical realm, deep materialism, shit like that. But then
Damn.
it's your like
Dude,
career.
that's crazy, because my grandpa's a Capricorn. And that's exactly how he is.
Shit, don't be lying, bro. But yeah, I'm sure there's other aspects and shit like that. But he probably is like Capricorn dominant. That's his main energy type shit. But yeah, but in any case, like, you know, so that's your career and like shit like that. How you stabilize yourself in the world. And then you got your 11th house. Your 11th house is essentially the Aquarius house, and that's your shins type shit, and that's dealing with like your uniqueness. You know what I'm saying? It's a different form of relatability because now you know how to teach. You know what I'm saying? What you thought of, what you related, what you communicated, what you felt. You know what I'm saying? What you presented to the world with a new perspective. You know what I'm saying? What you analyzed, gave it a new shape and form. What you gave a new form of relatability, and then understood how to, you know, transmute it in that Scorpio's house and give it a new shape and form. Give depth to it. You know what I'm saying? Give depth to it and give it a rebirth in Sagittarius. You know what I'm saying? Now you're able to teach this information in a new structure and foundation, and then you create your Capricorn station, and then after that, you're Aquarius. Boom, just like that. There's a new level of uniqueness. There's a new level of you. There's a new level of how you're seen in the world. There's a new level of relatability in the world. There's a new level of just going about the world. And Aquarius is an air sign. They're also probably pretty good teachers as well. Just highly like unique energy, just kind of like very innovative, out of this world type shit. But I'm not gonna go too deep into all that. 12th house, 12th house is your feet, and that's Pisces. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying, like when it comes to the Pisces house, that's a water sign, and like they feel like everything type shit. Like it's the last house, and it's the feet, and you gotta understand, like the feet. That's where you like all the energy kind of goes to your body, like your feet and your head. So like, you know what I'm saying, you got your first and your 12th. So you have to understand, like it's like the focal point of connection. It's like the two poles, like the north and south pole type shit. It's like at the south pole, the magnetism is, you know, there's deep magnetism, so there's a lot of heavy form of attraction. What goes with Aries and Pisces because of the first and last sign. So this is why I have to explain all this anyways, because what's first shall be last and what's last shall be first. So you know what I'm saying, what ends begins ends. So it's like, you know what I'm saying. But any case, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. But any case,
Going hard.
but like I was explaining, like the 12th house is crazy. Like they have like the aspects of every every sign. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like accumulated and
Wow.
felt deeply, and like it's related in a new aspect and given in a new shape and form and presented in their environment in like an extraordinarily like different way. You know what I'm saying? We just came out of the age of Pisces, and like what was heavy was religion, and like that was niggas was stuck in La La Land. Niggas had niggas in delusions, imaginations so easy because it was the age of Pisces.
Shit.
I mean, age of Aquarius, it's like more uniqueness. People want to be more individualized, and it's like more of like, you know what I'm saying? I want to do my own shit. I want to be unique. You know what I'm saying? There's a new way type shit. It's like a whole bunch of shit. We're like, yeah, it's like a golden age space race type shit going on right now. Shit crazy. Next year gonna be crazy. These years are gonna be crazy for real, sure.
Wow.
Like, a big game, bro. Like it's literally just the beginning of this joint too. So it's great. So we laying down the foundation for like the future generation. You feel me?
Yeah, no, you're right. Literally what it is. Hopefully, I reincarnate to see the completion of all this.
No cap. Reincarnation of I don't know gonna get that.
Huh?
Not anybody getting all that. I wasn't about to say what I was about to say.
Oh, you was about to start spitting about reincarnation.
Yeah. My laptop finna die. I gotta put this joint in the charger. I should have brought this shit out here. There's an outlet out here. I was geeked. I'm not nearly finished with this big ass blunt, bro.
Oh, bro, you were explaining all that while you were talking too. That's crazy.
Oh my god, bro. What time is it? It's 7:43. I'm at it. This shit hitting so hard. I don't want to put it out, but my laptop is finna die, and I gotta go downstairs. It's like crazy.
Oh, your laptop's about to die?
Yeah, I gotta put that bit on the charger.
Bro. Dude, everybody that just listened to that explanation needs to save that shit, bro. Get on my shit. I've been watching too much. I've been watching John Levi for the past 2 days, but I have to hop on the astrology wave.
Okay.
On another wavelength. Start cranking that.
Ha ha. There's a million shit on it. Damn, my strawberry lemonade in the car. I don't even.
Wow, this actually looks scrumptious.
What? Your food? Your lentils?
Yeah, dude, I was not expecting it to like smell like this or really come out like this in general.
Let's take a piss. Fuck. Let me tell.
got this recipe to begin with.
You said what?
So I wonder where my mom got this recipe to begin with.
Huh. That's a good question. It's good to wonder.
Hmm. Mm. Should I add red beans? Should I add red beans, James?
If you want. I mean, red beans are fire.
You're right, fuck it. I'll need some dark red beans. Mm. That's really good. Oh.
Alright. I'm gonna have to end the stream.
That was a dope stream, bro.
Mm. 3 hours, nice. Still gotta edit the last one. Only because I played some shit that got blocked on YouTube.
It's too much.
I knew it then.
It's overflowing, bro.
This nigga.
Fuck. Fuck.
I love y'all so much.
Oh,
I will
shit.
be back again whenever. You know me. But yeah, love you guys. Catch you guys later. Tune in again.